What's up, everybody? I'd like to welcome you all to my home, to my garage, and I'd like to introduce you to my 2024 Ford F-150 Lightning pickup truck. And when I say mine, I mean mine for about 7 days. You see, Ford gave me this truck to do a proper editorial with. And when I say they gave me this truck to do an editorial with, I mean that. There are no stipulations, there's no criteria. They did not dictate in any way, any form, what I had to say about this vehicle. I did want to take this very, very seriously because this was a really exciting opportunity for me just to get to drive the future effectively for 7 days for free. And I will tell you that I will give you my honest opinions, perspectives. This is not a review. This is not going over technical specs. There's so many videos out there about electric vehicles and about the Lightning and so forth. We're not going to get into that. We're going to get into my perspective, my experiences, especially as a gasoline-driven vehicle guy, what I thought about the Lightning, what I liked, what I disliked, what I struggled with, and what I learned, because I actually did learn a lot. And to be fair, to be clear, I am Ford biased. I've always been a Mustang guy. Now, we have a lot to go over, so I will be brief, but I won't be concise. So sit back, grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's talk about the Lightning from my world. One of the best features, I'm going to be honest. The little cooler feature, it seemed gimmicky when I saw it on YouTube, but this is amazing. I put 2 bags of ice in here 6 days ago. It's still there, which is cool. I'm not worried about it because it does just drain out the bottom, so I don't really have to worry about draining it out too much. It's been like 35 degrees here every day, so like the ice is staying cold. That's not really a feature of the F-150, that's just a feature of Mother Nature. But regardless, I digress. It has so many different ways you can store things here in the front, which is awesome because you still have the truck bed in the back, but you can put groceries here, golf clubs fit here. A 6'6", 280-pound sized man fits in here comfortably, I can say that. So like this functionally is really perfect for me because you can still have the truck bed for everything else you need for truck purposes, but then you have the storage safety of everything in the front. That's just obviously something super common with all the EVs these days, is just where the engine used to be, that's where you can put stuff now. But it's a cold one today, about 32 degrees and windy, so we're gonna get this truck started up, which is nice because you can do that anywhere from the app, and you can change the settings, the temperatures, the heated steering wheel, the seats, all from the app, whereas with the Shelby F-150 that I have, it's old school, right? I gotta click the key, it starts the vehicle, and then I have to manually go to the truck and turn on all the settings. So yeah, the future has some comfort features that I'm not complaining about. Whoa, gosh. Woo. Careful when opening. Sorry, that was unprofessional. Ford's never gonna give me a truck again. Now, my favorite thing about the Lightning, it's an F-150. It's familiar, it's comfortable, the back seat, tons of room. And yes, that is a feature of my Ford biasness, but I like the F-150. Getting into the Ford F-150 Lightning is very comfortable to me. This all is very familiar, regardless of EV or not. I like this. I'm comfortable, I'm at home, I'm at peace. It's a truck, I'm good to go. Now, even though I love my gasoline, I have been in or driven quite a few of the EVs out there, including pretty much all of the Teslas, including the Plaid, the gold-plated Cybertruck. I've driven the EV Hummer, I've been in the Rivians. Like, I've experienced them, but I've never owned one for an extended period of time as we punch it getting here on the freeway, and we are hitting speeds and you guys don't know. And that's one thing I've learned and realized about the EV life, is you can accelerate and go hard and nobody knows, nobody cares, which is kind of nice because you can low-key punch it and not draw a lot of attention to yourself, which is nice sometimes. And on that, there's a lot of stuff that I have learned about the EVs that I just didn't know before. Again, having it for an extended period of time. There's also some things that I kind of love now, but there are quite a few things as well that I dislike, and we're gonna get into that first. Now, one thing I don't like is not new, it's a given, it's just part of that passion of being a V8 muscle car guy. When you accelerate, even though it is quick and it is fast, there's really no true joy there. You giggle the first few times you're in an EV because it's just a different experience, but there's no excitement, no passion when you punch it. You don't get the same experience on the road. I don't like that. All right, now we are on Blue Cruise. It is effectively driving itself. We got to pay attention and so forth. But while the vehicle is driving itself, I got to add another thing I dislike about the EV lifestyle, not just the Lightning truck, but like EVs in general, is the charging station lifestyle. I hate dealing with charging stations. All of my experiences have just been annoying. Trying to find a charger that works, trying to find one that is empty, that's free, that is fast, that's convenient, and none of them are convenient for me. They're all kind of out of the way. I'm busy. I'm all over the place a lot, and I'm going from one place to another a lot. And so trying to go get a charge in between something is honestly a big inconvenience for me. And that's one part of the EV lifestyle that I would struggle with. But after thinking about it some more, I've learned that pretty much 80% of Ford EV owners don't use charging stations. They just charge at home. And I could see that lifestyle would work for my wife, and we would never need to go to a charging station if she had an EV. So I can understand the pros for that, because then she would never have to go to a gas station either, and she doesn't enjoy going to a gas station. So there really is a key factor that's lifestyle based still, for sure. Now we're gonna go get a quick charge while we're in the area. Our range is only 63 miles right now, so we could use a little boost. And we use the public charging app within the Ford system here, and it should take us right to a charging station that is available, ready to go. So this takes us right to a Tesla charging station, which I've been to. It's not a big deal. It's actually fairly easy to use. That comes with an adapter that's able to plug right into the Tesla charging station. But you can also use, obviously, other charging networks within the system. But in my area, the Teslas is what I got. And look at that, beautiful Mach-E. All right, made it here to the back seat of the Lightning. We're getting a little bit of boost from this Tesla charging station. And a subset item to me not liking the charging station lifestyle is also the fact that when you have an EV, you need to always be planning ahead and thinking ahead to make sure you got enough charge. Now, if you're plugging in every night and you're always at 80% or so, you should be fine in theory, but I'm all over the place. I'm random. I am driving a lot one day, not a lot the next day. It would take a lot more planning ahead and foresight and making sure that I was charging every night and making sure that I wasn't going to go beyond that range the next day, which normally wouldn't be a problem. But again, we're talking about my issues here, not necessarily the EV world, just me adapting to the EV world. I could do it, but it would be hard for me. And you may recognize that all the things that I talked about that I don't like about this truck weren't actually about this truck. They were about the EV lifestyle, which I'm realizing I don't really have things that I don't like about this truck specifically. I had a couple glitches with the charging software to connect with the Tesla charging station. It didn't work 100% of the time. So there's that, but those are software things that are gonna get worked out. For the truck itself, I don't have a dislike list. It's just a struggle for me with the EV adaptation. As far as things that I love about this truck, I actually have quite a few. The main thing is that it's an F-150. It's very familiar, it's very comfortable. I like the F-150. It's a great truck. There's a reason it's #1 selling truck for decades and decades. And the Lightning is an F-150. And Ford tried very hard to make sure that the Lightning was still like an F-150. And one of the features that I love the most about the F-150, that goes down, this goes down, and you can eat your lunch on the road or your dinner or your breakfast, wherever your life takes you, with this table here. And we got the feature of YouTube right at our fingertips, so we can eat our meal. I can check my phone and watch YouTube, all in the peace and quiet of a vehicle that is running. The climate control is running. Everything is running right now. We are staying at the temperature that we want to stay, but I don't have a loud exhaust blowing up everything around me right now. So nobody's looking at me saying, hey, you're killing the world because you're running your Shelby F-150 while it's 20 degrees outside in order for you to stay warm and eat in the parking lot. No, I can eat in the parking lot in warmth and comfort and not make all this noise. I actually like that. I could sneakily eat without disrupting everybody else. That's a big point. Now, this is gonna sound a bit odd, but I do appreciate the fact that it's quiet. It's also a very smooth ride, especially for a truck. This may be one of the smoothest trucks I've ever ridden in or driven. It's just so smooth, so quiet. We're able to get our task done peacefully, calmly, with the baby in the back, sleeping, listen to some nice music. We don't always need to cause a ruckus with the V8, not always. Sometimes it's practical to get the job done at hand in a comfortable, quiet, calm situation. This Lightning, man, comfortable, calm, smooth, 100%. Now, I do love the look and styling of this Lightning. I especially like the light bar, super clean with the grille. It's just simple, it's clean, it's perfect in my opinion, but I do like my vehicles with a little bit of styling, a little bit of pizzazz. So a few things that I would do to the Lightning if it were mine is I would change the wheels, add something with a little more my personality to it. I would maybe lower the truck just a little bit, and this one may be a bit controversial, and I would add a tonneau cover and carpet the bed, just like I have with the Shelby F-150. And I know a lot of people are gonna to use this for other practical, more practical reasons of why you have a truck. And I get that. Maybe that's not for everybody, but for me, the storage and the comfort you get with a carpeted bed and a tonneau cover combined with all the storage in the front, this would be like, man, I could carry all the golf clubs, airport runs. I could take care of it. Everything could be safe, secure, clean, and dry. Without a doubt, that is what I would do to my Lightning. Now the light is getting dim and my time with the F-150 Lightning is over. Admittedly, I am sad about that. I have a few wrap-up thoughts for you though, where I'm gonna get everything tied together. So let's jump into the garage and go over those super fast, because I think you may find some value possibly in my final thoughts on the Lightning. All right, final thoughts, rapid fire, less than 60 seconds. Let's go. 1, would I trade the Shelby F-150 for the Ford Lightning? Absolutely not. I love the Shelby F-150 V8, 770 horsepower. I'd get the Raptor R before the Ford Lightning. I'm a V8 guy, a big truck guy, a muscle car guy. That's what I am. 2, do I understand the Ford Lightning a lot better now? Absolutely. I can see that the Lightning is a great product. It's a great tool. It has its functionality and it has its benefits. 3, would I get a Ford Lightning and EV in my household? If I was a 1-vehicle household, probably not. 2-vehicle or more household, I could see it could maybe have its place. Not so much necessarily as my daily driver, but I think my wife could really enjoy the benefits of a Ford Lightning, Mustang Mach-E, something like that. 4, what do I like most about the Ford Lightning? It's an F-150. I just love the F-150. It's what it is. Agree or disagree, feel free to comment below. I might actually respond. Appreciate you. Peace.